This is video 6 in the grammar series, and we are continuing on with the topic of phonology. And in this video, we're going to talk about parameter number 2, which is movement. Movement is the action used to create a sign, and so this can be up or down, forward or backward, circular, whatever the movement of a sign is. And so when we discuss movement, it's important for us to also discuss dominant hand and what that means for ASL. So my dominant hand is my right hand, and this is the hand that I used to write with. It's my go-to hand, and so that's why it's my dominant hand in ASL. So if you write with your left hand, that would be your dominant hand, and that's what, when we discuss the 3 different types of signs, when I refer to dominant hand, I would be referring to your left hand, and versus I would be using my right because my right is my dominant hand. And if you are ambidextrous, you can pick whichever hand you want, but you need to pick one to be your dominant hand. And it is recommended that you pick your right hand because most ASL dictionaries are illustrated with the dominant hand being the right hand, but it's really up to you. Now we're going to discuss 3 different types of signs. 1, one-handed signs. 2, two-handed signs where only one hand moves. And 3, two-handed signs where both hands move. One-handed signs use only your dominant hand. So examples of this are the sign for boy, a sign for mom, sign for woman, and signs that just use one hand and it's your dominant hand. The next type of signs are two-handed signs where only one hand moves. So these are exactly what they sound like. In these signs, your non-dominant hand is stationary and your dominant hand is moving. So examples of these are the sign for nice, sign for sit, the sign for Ireland, and in all of these signs, my non-dominant hand is stationary and my dominant hand is the one that's moving. The last type of signs are two-handed signs where both hands are moving. And so these signs are exactly what they sound like. Your dominant and non-dominant hand are both moving, and they're generally in the same shape and doing the same motion. So an example of this is the sign for biology, where both my hands are in B's, they're both doing the same motion. And an important note for just sign movement in general is that your non-dominant hand is generally not moving if your dominant hand isn't moving too. That's an important thing for sign language because it's important for you to be understood fully and easily that you're sticking to your dominant hand and not switching back and forth, because then signs can end up confusing.